Monday. You have learned every type of problem you possibly could learn, essentially, with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division with fractions. The aim for today. Is to figure out what in the world is happening with the two problems. I have briefly kind of made that integrated into your bronze problems, but I haven't officially just thrown like a whole set of problems at you and said, hey, you don't know what type of problem it is. You have to figure it out on your own. Just like number 5 with Jonah, he was looking for keywords, he was thinking about it logically, and he came up with multiplication. And we're going to think through if it's multiplication or division. Tomorrow we're going to think through if it's multiplication, division, addition, or subtraction. Today is only the two that I'm going to throw at you, so you will not see addition or subtraction. We're going to take it one step at a time. Read example 1 for me, please. Cooper, Jack spent.
Jack spent half hour each day texting Jill for 7 days. How much time did Jack spend texting Jill?
Look through this problem and hunt for any keywords. This one is lacking in a lot of really popular keywords, so we might have to think of it a different way. Baylor, what do you see?
Total.
Okay.
It's over there.
Jonah?
Each day, maybe? Yes. It's right there.
Yeah. And that could be, I could probably argue addition or subtraction for both of those words. The thing that makes this a multiplication problem, we're going to put multiplication here. I'm going to walk you through how I think of it. You have 1/2. And if you're given the first number, you're going to think through in your head today, am I splitting this number up into sections, or am I repeating it several times? In this case, Jack is repeating 1/2. He's just going to keep repeating it each day until he gets to 7 days. Here's day 1, here's day 2, here's day 3, here's day 4, here's day 5, here's day 6, here's day 7. If you're repeating something, I'm not splitting this up into sections. I'm just repeating it over and over and over again. Today you're going to think in your head, this is multiplication. Let's set it up and go 1/2 times 7. How do I rewrite 7 to look like a fraction, Peyton? Okay, I'm going to think if I can cross-cancel anything. This one is pretty simple, so I don't cross-cancel 2 with 7. That doesn't divide. 7 over 2 is what I end up with. Can I make that a mixed number?
Yes.
Sabrina? Okay, so it's a total of 3.5 hours over the week. That's quite a bit of talking, Jack. Here's a bonus question. Jill spent 1/70th of Jack's time texting him back. What type of problem is that if he's spending 1/70th of 3.5? Rafe?
It's division.
So I'm going to think of 1/70th of that amount. I see the word of here. I'm actually going to multiply this one. This one's a bonus. It's a little bit trickier since I don't have a clear first starting point. Let's take 3.5. Let's multiply it by 1/70th. 3.5 needs to be changed into an improper fraction. Chico, what improper fraction would I use?
It would be 6. It would be 7 over 2.
And let's do it. Can I cross cancel anything, Kiana?
Oh, yeah. 7 over 7.
Okay. And that's 10. Raylan, what's my answer?
It would be 1 over 2.
Unfortunately, Jill spent 1/20th of an hour versus Jack's 3.5 hours texting. If you do the math with this, I just throw it on there, but 1/20th of an hour is about 3 minutes. 3 minutes texting versus 3.5 hours. You can do the kind of connecting the dots in your head, who likes who in this problem. Unfortunate for Jack, he may have some work to do, yes. Yeah, okay, thanks. No. Of an hour. Example 2, read it for me, please. Meta, Randall has.
Randall has 3/4 acre of land. He would like to split it into 4 equal lots. How big will each lot be?
Hunt for keywords, circle your numbers. What keyword do you notice in this one, Riley?
Split.
Okay. And I told you today we're thinking of two different things. Am I taking 3/4 and am I repeating it, or am I breaking this up into different sections? What's going on here, Chico?
Looks like I'm breaking it up.
Yeah.
It's a split.
And you're going to put division by example too. If you're splitting something up into 4 different sections, you're breaking it apart. That clues me into this has got to divide. There's your picture. I'm moving you away from models right now because I want you to be fluent at solving it. However, this lesson is really important to just be thinking of this visual. Am I repeating or am I splitting it? Let's go ahead and write that division problem. 3/4 divided by. How do I write 4 to look like a fraction, Parker?
It'd be 4/1.
Good. Next step, Heather. Yeah. And keep flip and change, Raylan. Hands to yourself. Josh, what's the first number I keep? What number do I keep the same? And what number do I change? Or flip, sorry. 4/1 changes to what? Good. What do I change the sign to? Beautiful. Let's multiply across, Raylan. What's the new fraction going to be?
The new fraction will be like the answer.
Mm-hmm.
It would be 3/16.
Okay. So let's label that guy. 3/16 what?
Acres of land.
Yeah. So each section, how big will each lot be? Each section is 3/16 acres of land. Not much. Probably your standard yard if you live in like Roseville or Sacramento. About 1/4 acre is pretty standard. Example 3. Chico, read it for me. Mm-hmm.
There are 24 students in Mr. Dumm's homeroom. 2/3 of the students have straight A's. How many students in Mr. Dumm's homeroom have straight A's?
In the next 15 seconds. Circle the words and box, or circle numbers, box keywords. Don't talk yet. What type of problem would this be and why? 10 more seconds. Get ready to turn and talk. If you're an odd number, raise your hand. Look in the top left-hand corner. If you're an even, raise your hand. Hands down. Odd, raise your hands. Good. You're an odd, Heather, I think. Yeah. Your number got taken off, I think, but you're the odd. Braden, you're also odd. Not like odd in that way, but odd number. Hands down, and here's what you're turning and talking about. You have 20 seconds. Odds, you're starting. What keyword did you notice, and is it multiply or division? Evens, you're then going to agree or disagree. 20 seconds. Odds, turn and talk, go.
I think it's division.
It is. No, it's not because obviously.
I know, but of the 24 students.
There are 24 students in Mr. Dumm's.
Oh, the 24 students.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think it's. Did you just take your paper?
Missing 2 in row 4. We're going to clean up the ending of that when I ring the bell. I'm going to count down first. When you hear the bell, you should be directly in swag. Hands on your pencil or on your desk. You're tracking me immediately. Even if I'm cutting off a conversation, it sounds a little awkward, but that's okay. We're going to get whole class discussion. Blah-blah-blah for 5 seconds. Practice the transition in swag, tracking me. Go. Blah-blah-blah-blah. Track me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Missing 1 in row 3. Thanks. What keyword do you notice and doesn't mean multiply or divide? Noah. And it's 2/3 of what?
Of his students.
Okay, so this one is having 2/3 and it's repeating 24 times 2/3 of it. Let's set it up. 24 times 2/3. Anytime you see of something else, 2/3 of a number, that is likely multiplication. Help me cross cancel this one, Reagan.
I think 3 goes into 24 8 times.
Good. 3 times 8 is 24. Cross it out. Multiply the top for me. Rafe, what's my answer going to be?
It's going to be 16/1.
Awesome. Or 16. That is the answer. 16 students have straight A's. Is that accurate for science? Maybe?
I have.
Cool. Example 4, 2 more, and we're going to release more of the ownership to deciding multiply or divide to you on these 2 problems. Sonia needs to ride her bike half mile to get home from work. When she is a fourth of the way there, she gets a flat tire. How far has Sonia traveled when she gets a flat tire? Multiply or division? Soraya? It's not Sonia. I saw the N, but it's an R-I. So we'll say Soraya. Isn't multiplication or division? Turn and talk. Evens, hands up. Evens isn't multiplication or division. Talk to your partner. 15 seconds. Go. Five, four, three, two, one. Anthony, thanks for getting there right away. Hunter, hands on pencil or desk. Am I multiplying or dividing for this problem, Baylor? What keyword do you notice? So 1/4 of 1/2 should be your direction. Beautiful. Multiply across the top and the bottom. What's my answer going to be for this, Aubrey? 1/8. So 1/8 miles is when Soraya gets a flat tire. Last example, read it for me, please, Cooper. Ron made 3.5.
Ron made 3.5 quarts of hot chocolate. Each mug holds half of a quart. How many mugs will Ron be able to fill?
This is tricky. You're going to turn and talk for 30 seconds and agree or disagree with your partner. Tell me why. Odds, raise your hands. Hands down. Evens, raise your hand. Hands down. Odds, let's go with you first. What do you think? Multiply or divide and why? 30 seconds, go. Evens, you should chime in. Ooh.
3 1/2 is just 7/2.
Yeah, that's true.
Think of the picture. Think of splitting apart or repeating.
Oh, it's more confusing.
So think about, am I splitting it up or am I repeating? Voices off. We'll have a discussion, probably some debate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thanks, Baylor, for getting there. We're going to vote. If you think it is multiplication, you're going to give me a 1. If you think it's division, give me a 2. Show me multiply or divide. Go. You could disagree with your partner. That's okay. Okay. We have 1s. We have 2s. We're about 50-50. Hands down. Rafe, why do you think this would be division?
This is each.
Okay. And when I think of 3.5 quarts, it's not 1/2. It's not asking you for what's half of 3.5. It's saying each mug has a half. So in this problem, you're not splitting 3.5 in half. You're actually taking this giant thing of hot chocolate, and I'm putting it into half-quart mugs. The question is, how many of these guys is it? So this is where the picture comes in handy. If he's doing this and he's splitting it up into that, we're actually going to divide in this problem. Split it up so it's 3.5. Divided by 1/2. Make this an improper fraction for me, Ty. What's 3.5 improper?
7/2.
Cool. Raylan, stop, please. 7/2 divided by 1/2. What's my next step for this one, Georgia?
Oh, you would keep 7/2. Wait. Yeah, you keep 7/2 and flip 2.
Good. Change the sign. Cross cancel for me on this one, Parker.
2 and 2, which would be 1, so we have 7.
7 mugs is the answer.